this is Rajat here from StartupFrat, and today I have a very special video for you about a lot of the questions that I've been getting from people who have registered for the affiliate marketing webinar, and then people who've been emailing me and stuff like that. Okay, so today is going to be about affiliate marketing, third-party product selling, special reference to like multi-level marketing and online affiliate marketing, which people are doing. Okay, so even if you are a person who has their own business on the ground, whatever kind of business it is, this will probably be relevant for you, because no business survives on an island or in a vacuum by themselves. They always have associate connections which are able to provide higher and higher value to their existing customers. So at the end of the day, even if you're a small business owner, you need to understand affiliate marketing or promoting somebody else's products to your customers, because the customers could gain from that. And then if you're definitely into financial products selling like LIC, mutual fund selling, or you're into healthcare selling, then definitely you will gain. Real estate guys, brokers who are always selling third-party products, because you're selling on behalf of the builder or on behalf of another seller. So traditionally, you are, what you would say is, you are into affiliate marketing, which is the product doesn't really belong to you. It doesn't have your name, your face, or your label on it. However, you're promoting it on behalf of somebody, and you also have a commission arrangement, whereas if the product moves, you get paid for it for sure. Okay. Now, let me show you the evolution of the affiliate marketing industries with special reference to multi-level marketing in India. In India, if you see, multi-level marketing came in 1995. Okay, the big technological boom in India started after 1991. So 1991 is when the capitalist reforms were passed by the Narasimha Rao government. It doesn't matter which government it was 1991. Okay, and then from that time onwards, you could do business on a global level. Global companies could come over here, set up their offices, give jobs to people. You could potentially work with an Infosys who would send you off to America to work for a year, day and night on a customer project. You would make a lot of money in US dollars. Then when you came back after 1 year or 2 years, you pretty much had a lot of money saved up for your retirement. So all of these things, all of these avenues were not really available to people before 1991. The only way you could really cut the curve and get, just cut the learning curve and just get lots of success in a short period was if you actually found a job in America, went over there, stayed for 20 years, and then figured out whether you want to come back again to India or not. That was the only option. Otherwise, in India, you would be, definitely the economy was growing. It was a good, heady economy. You could get a good job. Even, if you're an MBA person or somebody has a sales job, you'd be comfortable. But if you really wanted to cut the curve and buy yourself a house before 30 years of age, buy yourself a car before you were like 25 years of age or something like that, that was unheard of. Okay, a lot of that started changing after 1991, when foreign companies were able to come over here, hire Indian talent and pay them good money, or you were able to tie up with an Indian company who was able to send you on a temporary basis to the US, where you would make US dollar money for the period that you were working on a client project or something like that. Okay, so that is it. Okay, so this is 1991. Now, 1991 is when the wheels were set in motion. 1991 is when the wheels were set in motion. That means it still took a little bit of time for opportunities to really expand in India, right? 1995 is when the first multi-level marketing companies came to India. Okay, the timeline is very important, because you got to look into the history in order to determine where the future is headed. Yeah, so learn from the history so that the future doesn't shock you. You're not looking puzzled when the future happens to you. You're like, dude, why didn't I ever think about this? Yeah, you got to be thinking about this all the time, because the future today is changing very fast all the time, very dynamic. You cannot trust anything or anybody. It's changing that fast, right? So 1995 was when the first affiliate, so-called multi-level marketing companies came to India, and they said, well, if you ever wanted to do a business and you were, that was the pitch, right? Most multi-level marketing companies started with that pitch. If you ever wanted to do a business for yourself, which breaks you out from this rut of this job where you're not going to build a solid retirement, then you should do multi-level marketing, because you don't need to invest a lot in building a factory and producing products. Okay, Then you can do it in your part-time because you don't have a whole lot of risk. So part-time is very important. And then you can still build a big business in partnership with a company where you get to keep 40-50% of commissions of all the products that are promoted by you or within your network. Okay, so that was the promise. The promise is you don't need to build something that we call a business house. Business house, no need. Okay, full time, you don't need to do it full time, obviously, because your time is not set. So you can still keep doing your job and then do this business part-time. And then the third thing is the money is still very great over the long term because they were willing to share a total of 40-50% or 40-60% less taxes. So that's the amount of money you stand to make if you build the business big enough. If you build the business big enough. Okay, now think back to 1995. I don't know how many of you were there. Probably you were in college or something like that, because I was in college. I started college in 1998. That's when I got exposed to the idea of network marketing or multi-level marketing. Okay, so let us take this timeline from 1995 to 2002. Okay, 1995 to 2002. Okay, 2001, 2002, lots of things changed. Okay, so between 1995 and 2002, what happened was that the proposed income that you would be able to reach if you worked hard for 1 year or probably 2 years, the proposed income was, let us say, 50,000 rupees. Okay, that's what they proposed, but everybody was not able to reach that income. Even if you reached, like in that time, like silver level or whatever they used to call it, you would comfortably make between 20 and 35,000 rupees. Okay, and you would reach this level in a year or two of hard work. Okay, so you would reach the pin levels, which were the silver, gold, probably platinum, direct or something like that. In different companies, they had different ranks and everything, but you would comfortably reach this level in 1 or 2 years of hard work. You would be quite stable, yeah. And that was the goal was 50,000. A lot of people were able to do 50,000. A lot of people are not able to achieve that 50,000, but they had a very good, sustainable 20 to 35,000 rupees of income coming in. Okay. Now, in 2001 too, a lot of things changed, because 2001, what happened was that the 9/11 catastrophe happened, where these planes flew into the World Trade Center. A lot of American businesses were destabilized in operational capacity as well as the stock, because the stocks plummeted. So they were unable to spend on their operations what they were earlier spending, and they said, okay, instead of having all these back-end operations like airline ticketing, like banking, phone banking and all of them, let's outsource them to India. Yeah, because India was the only English-speaking country at that time which had educated people and everything. There are lots of good educated people in other Indo-Pacific region, in China and all, but they were not English-speaking, right? So India provided the absolute best model. So a lot of the BPO, KPO industry started coming to India. A lot of the technology, complete outsourcing came to India, which means instead of having Infosys bring a technologist to the US to work on site, and then I have to pay them $80 allowance per day or $140 allowance per day. Instead of that, let them do the entire project over there. Okay, and then I'm going to move the entire project over there, let them deliver it to me from there. Okay, so that brought a lot of employment opportunity to India, technology services, then BPOs, then KPOs. A lot of this stuff happened during that time. Suddenly what happened was that slogging for 1 to 2 years part-time, which means you go to your job in the daytime and then in the night you slog it out, show the plan, build a team, etc. Slog it out for 1 to 2 years to get this kind of income. Suddenly started becoming less and less attractive to the younger generation. Everybody who had the willingness to work in a BPO call center, or the people who had technology degrees were willing to slog it out in these 14-hour-a-day projects with Infosys and Wipro and Capgemini. And all of these people could achieve the 50,000 rupee income pretty fast. And they could do it in the full time. That means they didn't have to have one job in the day and then slog it out in the night, showing the plan and building a team. So it became much more easier, and the way these BPO campuses, the way these IT company campuses were built, it became so much more sexy to go and work in an IT company campus in an IT park rather than work in your own 9-to-5 job somewhere in a factory or whatever it is, work as an accountant or something like that, and then slog it out in the night in the sun and the rain, or slog it out in the night, at least in the rain, going about showing the plan to people, getting lots of rejections, facing all those problems that any business owner faces, and then building an income of probably 20 to 35,000 in 1 to 2 years time. Okay, and then going forward from there. At this level, 20 to 35,000 income was stable, but it was not that sustainable. You had to really keep on working for, let's say, about 5 years till you reached something like a diamond category or something like that, right? So for the income to be pretty solid. Okay, so that stuff happened. So that was like the history of multi-level marketing, the ups and the downs. And if you see upwards from 2005, it's been more and more difficult to become successful, because the people that you're showing the plan to, their opportunities are also expanded, right? So they're more likely to say, I don't want to do this, I want to do something else, I want to buy my car with my job money. If I just get a job in an IT park or something like that, I'll have that kind of money. I can just buy my car today. I don't need to slog it out for 1 or 2 years. Especially the facing the rejection part. The only thing that puts a lot of people off is the rejection. They have not been trained to handle rejection, and the business plans of all of these companies, which were basically devised in 1950s, those are the business plans you're running on the ground today, and they don't account for the fact that people have better things to do today, or what they may think are the better things to do today, than face so much rejection. Nobody wants to go out, especially among their friends and family, get rejected day in and day out, when they don't clearly know how this thing is going to come into becoming my success. How is it that I'm going to become a stage speaker or a silver director or or a 6A or whatever it is in your MLM company, whatever the big ranks are. People don't really see it happening. They're like, okay, the plan looks great, I don't see how I'm going to do it, and the route from here to there is too painful. By painful, I mean a lot of self-image has to be sacrificed, which means they're going to go to their friends and family, they get rejected lots of times. They don't want to do that. And then there is no immediate money. What people want is some immediate aha moment. They say, okay, tell me the 5 things I can do now that are going to get me X amount of income, and there is literally no clear path to that. Okay, now at this point I'd like to say that in business there is no real guarantee anyway. So regardless of what business you do, there are no guarantees. I'm a business coach myself, and for corporates, and then we also have an individual line. The first thing I got to tell my clients is, I charge a lot, I charge 3 times the market rate, but there is literally zero guarantee that any of this will succeed. So please listen to my advice at your own peril. Assume that whatever I'm saying is wrong, and then assess the advice on its own merit. Okay, so that's what I would like to tell you at this point. Anyway, so that is the problem. Now that is the history. Yeah, let's just keep this history aside. Let us come to today. Okay, today you have 2 kinds of things happening. You've got some very, very respectable multi-level marketing companies who are operating in India, who have been operating for the last 20 plus years. Yeah, maybe 20 years, 18 years, 22 years, 25 years. A lot of very respectable companies that have the track record. The success stories are all there. The track record is there. The companies are solid. The products are great. They're all compliant with Government of India norms. They're all compliant with IDSA. It's clean as clean can be. So that is one aspect. The other aspect is we are getting you're getting internet affiliate marketing, which is you promote these tools, create some YouTube videos, promote these tools, or create your own program, promote some tools and opportunities to people and things like that, right? So you have online affiliate marketing. Now, I'd like to just give you a little bit of business, hardcore business insight over here, so that it puts into perspective how it is that you should actually go about doing multi-level marketing or affiliate marketing. All right. So basically what happens is that it is not the product or the opportunity that makes a millionaire. It is not the product or the opportunity that sells itself. Of course, the product has to be top class, because second class products today are getting wiped out very fast. It is an age of globalization, and it is an age of information, which means information age. If your product is a little bit second class, people will find out very fast. They will network among themselves on these review sites and everything, and you will be dead in the water in no time. If you go to Amazon, a product that is 4.5 rated by 10,000 plus reviews, sells almost 20 times as much as a product that is 3.5 rated with 10,000 reviews. If you have a product that is rated 10,000 plus times, 4.5 stars, and you have a product that is rated less than 2000 times with 3.5 stars, this product is going to sell 100 times that as much as the lower rated product. That means you'll be wiped out of the market if you have any screw ups in the product or the delivery or the customer service. You're going to be wiped out. Okay, so the product has to be good. There is no question about it. Yeah. The product does not make an opportunity, and the product does not make a successful business. So what is it that makes a successful business? There are two different things over here. The product has to be good, okay, and the second thing is the marketing has to be top notch. Now, what is marketing? For example, all of us know that drinking fresh fruit juice is probably better for health, or drinking fresh vegetable juice is better for health. Almost every one of us have a mixer grinder at home, and we have vegetables. Yet we buy Coke and Pepsi from the market. Yeah, that is solid marketing. Almost all of us know that it is corrosive acid that we are pouring down our systems. Yet we allow our kids to have it when we go to a movie theater, right? That is solid marketing. That is product placement at the right places. That is solid marketing. In spite of all the negative vibes the product sells, that is solid marketing. In addition to marketing, what you need to have is a marketing system. Now, what is a marketing system? You cannot personally market your product all the time. You cannot personally market your product all the time. So you need to have something called a marketing system. Okay. The marketing system ensures that you make money consistently. It ensures that you make money perennially, which means you make money forever throughout the year. Okay. The second is it makes money throughout the year, throughout the seasons. It doesn't matter what it is, buying season, non-buying season, festive season, non-festive season. The third thing is it ensures that you have multiple flows of income flowing into your core product. Okay. What does that mean? Let's take the example of Apple. Okay, Apple. So Apple obviously makes a top class product, and then they sell it to top class people because it's priced very high. Then they provide top class customer service and experience within the Apple ecosystem. And then they provide the security that if you buy or download any app from within the Apple ecosystem, it's going to be 100% secure, it's going to be vetted, and we're going to make sure that your data, your usage, etc. statistics are not being taken away by these companies who have their apps on your phone, which includes Facebook. They've come up with this update that says if you have Facebook on your Apple iPhone, we're going to prevent Facebook from taking away your analytical data from you and creating like a trended database out of your behavior. Okay, so that is what Apple promises. Now that is a great product and it's great marketing attached to it. Then they have a system around it, which is obviously if all of these apps then want to be whitelisted on the Apple ecosystem, they got to pay Apple either licensing fees or rental fees for as long as they are over there, or they got to have a profit share with Apple. Yeah, so you got these multiple streams of income coming into Apple. That's why it's such a great marketing system. All right, it's such a great marketing system. So now, arguably speaking, Apple is into affiliate marketing, which means it's getting money from promoting or from allowing all of these products into their ecosystem. All right. Now, the great thing about a marketing system is that you only promote one product, but you make money from multiple. Okay, you promote only one product and you make money from multiples. Why? Because a lot of money goes into building a marketing system. Almost 70 to 80% of the effort and the money actually goes into building a marketing system rather than the products themselves. Okay, so when the product first comes out, the company invests in building a product, but 70 to 80% of the hard work goes back into creating a marketing system that sells the product. Now let us go back to affiliate marketing and multi-level marketing. Okay, let us put a divide. This is 2021. Okay, and this is the year 2000, 20 years back. Okay, who put the money in creating the product? Who put the money in creating the product? These guys put the money in creating a product. The company, which could be Amway, Vestige, Modi Care, Oriflame, Avon, Enagic, whatever it is. Okay, they say that I put the money in developing a product so that you don't have to develop a product, so you can have a partnership with me where you have no skin in the game and you can potentially become rich. Yeah, but one thing that we know today is that it takes more effort and more money to put in the marketing system than the actual products, and the products have to be top class. That means even with the top class marketing system, the product has to be great in order to sell, but the marketing system is the thing that sells it, and the marketing system is the thing that consumes more fuel, more time, more energy, more money, more of everything to build it and to sustain it. So now let's go back to the 2002 example. They say that I built the business house and I built the factory and I built the product, so you don't have to spend crores of rupees on building it as long as you can sell it for me. Now, whose time, whose money and whose energy is going into building the marketing system? If it takes you 2 years to build this marketing system, whose time got invested? Yours. Whose money got invested? Yours. Who took the risk? That is you. Okay, and if all of this turns around zero product, who lost all that time, money and energy? That is you. Okay, now you would still lose it in your own business, no question about it. You would still lose it in your own business, but you could potentially do that business differently. You could create newer products in that business that would sell easily. You could do different things inside your business that only you would control, and that would really help you. Let me give you a second example at this point, which is Bill Gates and Microsoft. They literally had just the one product, which is Microsoft Windows. Okay, and he said, I don't have the marketing system. Hear me out clearly. I don't have the marketing system to be able to sell Microsoft Windows in every country of the world. Okay, but what I can do is give it away for free. Okay, and by US law, obviously you cannot do all of that because there will be an antitrust. You're giving away a product for free so that the competition gets killed, etc. So he said, I'm just going to make the most user-friendly computer software in the world, and if people want to pirate it, they can absolutely do so. So I have a way of giving away my entire product for free so that people realize using it that it is the absolute best in the market. Okay, he had literally one product and he had no marketing system, and the only marketing system was, let them get it for free, I don't care. Okay, now what happens is if hundreds of people start getting this computer software for free, all of the other competition in the market gets killed. And then this software, which is Windows, is very easy to use, so people get used to using it. Okay, 1 out of 10 people, 1 out of 10 of these people are decision takers in their companies or in the government, or they're at some position of authority, they have a business or something like that, right? At the point that they come and they say, I'm allowed to spend money on behalf of my company to install a computer system, which one are they going to spend on? They're going to spend on Microsoft because that's the one they know how to use. Very simple. At that point, Microsoft encashes all of the good work that they did for society, because now when the person who is using 1 in 10 people who are using Microsoft and they are at a position of authority in their company, the company says, we got to computerize, what system should we sign on? The guy who's signing the check says Microsoft. Because I know how to use Microsoft, I think it's pretty good. Okay, now there are free systems available in the market like Linux, Ubuntu and all of these. Yeah, you can absolutely use them, and nobody ever uses them because they're not used to working on these systems. So they go and spend millions of dollars on Microsoft. Okay, that's how Bill Gates became the richest person in the world, because he had a control. He didn't have a marketing system, but he had a control on the product. And he said, I can give it away for free, and 10 years later, I'll become a billionaire. Okay, very different strategy than Apple, but worked just as well and made him the richest person in the world. Very simple. Okay, so he had a control over the product. Although he had no marketing system, he did not have all these agencies in India, he did not have all these agencies in Asia Pacific. In the US, where he had control, of course, you could only buy a Microsoft license on money. But in the countries where they did not have the marketing system, they said, let people pirate it and use it for free. The day these people want to buy, they will buy only Microsoft. Yeah, when the government wants to install, they install Windows because the decision takers in the government know how to use Windows. When the companies want to install, they install Windows because the senior management of that company knows how to use only Windows. Although there are free softwares available to run your entire server client setup on Ubuntu or whatever it is. Okay, so that's how, so they had control over the product. Now, very, very important, in traditional multi-level or affiliate marketing, do you have any control over the product? The answer is no. Okay, the second biggest problem is if a person listens about the product from you, but they want to take some time taking that decision, the longer they take that time to take the decision, the more likely it is that they will do business with somebody else. Very important. Okay, so in the Startup Launch program, which is our business training program, we teach that there are 4 stages. There are 4 stages between which a customer takes a decision, and this stage could last between a week to a few months. Okay, and in between these stages, you need to have 100% control. Otherwise, they're going to buy, they're going to say, okay, I'm decided. They're going to go to the internet, or they're going to call their Mamaji's son's father-in-law and get signed up or buy the product from the first person that they think is selling the product. So if there are multiple people selling the product and you don't own the product, then you're competing with all of those people selling the product. A lot of people in multi-level marketing or affiliate marketing make this big mistake. They think that if they're promoting ClickFunnels, they are competing with some of the other landing page software like lead pages and all that. No, you're not competing with lead pages, my friend. You're competing with every other person who's promoting ClickFunnels, because they're going to take your business away as soon as the customer's decision is made. Now, the fact that you're educating the customer means nothing, because you have no control over the process, because you don't own the product. Very simple. Very simple. Okay. With multi-level marketing, you give the ad or you bring in the people, and then they say, this sounds great, let me ask my Mamaji's son's father-in-law, because they were into the same business. Guess who they're going to sign up with? Yeah, you have no control over that. What if you're a real estate broker? You give an ad that says Lodha Belmondo, beautiful scheme, these are the photos of the scheme, etc. Person says, oh, this seems to be a good thing. They go and tell their spouse, hey, it seems like Lodha Belmondo is pretty good, let's go check it out. The spouse makes a decision on the weekend that they're going to drive to Lodha Belmondo and check out the scheme. Do they still remember about you? No. Who spent the money? You spent the money. Who got the business? The builder got the business. In fact, the customer is smart enough to know that if they go straight to the builder, they can get a better deal, because they're going to cut out some brokerage in the middle, right? You get screwed. Very simple. Financial product selling, same problem. Great that you told me about LIC insurance. Let me call my Mamaji's son's father-in-law, who's also an insurance agent. Probably they'll give me a better deal. Yeah. So you're not competing with other brands and other companies. You're competing with every single other person who's representing the same company. So you have literally one source of income. So let me just draw this out for you. Okay, let me just draw this out for you. You have one source of income, you stand here, and then you're making all this effort to go in this direction, that has no guarantee of being a sustainable income source, and you have literally one income source. Okay, you cannot supplement, like Apple has supplemented everything coming into their business house. Okay, and then this source of income is not enough. In affiliate marketing or multi-level marketing, you should have multiple sources. So what you say is, okay, this company sells 3 lakh rupee products. Let me get another company that sells 3,000 rupee products, because if somebody comes and says, I don't have the budget, I'd like to go for a cheaper software or a cheaper product, I should have a cheaper product in my portfolio. So then you start a cheaper product, and then you make all of this effort going in all these different directions that you're doing to build multiple sources of income, and very soon you realize that none of them are sustainable. So when a customer comes to your business house, where do you lead them? Do you lead them down here? Do you lead them down here? Do you lead them down here? What happens? When is the money going to be exchanged? And the more you give them different options, the more these customers get confused and they decide not to do business with you. Very simple. You have no control over the product, and you have so many different options for the customer, because you cannot stick to one option. The moment you say, I promote ClickFunnels, the customer will say, that's great, let me think about it and get back to you. They'll go out and explore lead pages. By the time they realize ClickFunnels is the best, they will sign up with whoever the latest person that they discussed ClickFunnels with. Okay, affiliate marketing traditionally does not really work, because people have too short an attention span and too many options. Same with make money schemes or multi-level marketing like Amway, Vestige, Avon, Enagic, Oriflame, whatever it is, Quest, yeah, whatever it is. People have way too many options to make money, and their attention span is way too short to be captured. Okay, so what is the answer? How do you actually do? How do you do affiliate marketing or multi-level marketing? What is a good basis? So what we recommend is, in the Startup Launch program, what we recommend is that first of all, you build your own business house. Okay, you build your own business house, BH. You build your own business house, which is your name, your brand, your bank account, your MSME licensing, everything. You should have your own company in your own name or whatever it is. There is no reason to get GST or anything like that. You just need to have a government registration, and you need to have a current bank account, all of it in the name of yourself, your company, which is Rajat Sinha, could be a company, no problem. You can register like that, and you build a business house first. The second thing is you register your business house with 2 or 3 people. Okay, you should have a home on Facebook. Okay, you should have a home on Facebook, which is an official home on which you paid stamp duty, registration, everything. So how do you do that? You set up a business account with Facebook with your business entity or your current account. Okay, then you should have a home on the internet. You should have a home on the internet. What is this? You could use ClickFunnels, you could use Lead Pages or anything like some landing page software, or build your own WordPress website or whatever it is, whichever is the simplest thing for you to do. If you're in the Startup Launch program, we have our own software which we will set up for you, and you can have a website up and running within 15 minutes. Okay, you can have your website up and running within 15 minutes, and all this website needs to do is have 2 or 3 videos of yours. That's it. That's it. Very simple. Okay, and by the way, we don't advise. I personally don't advise you to go in for $100 a month to $70 a month software. However, if you want to do that, that is obviously the absolute best choice in the market. If you want to set up your own WordPress website, a good website will cost you 50 to 60,000 rupees. If you have that budget, absolutely go for it. That is the best choice. Okay. However, there are a lot of people who come who say, I don't have budget and I'm not a techie guy. I don't want to do all this big shot technology just to set up a small business. Not to worry, if you're part of the Startup Launch program, we have our own software. We can get you up and running in 15 minutes flat. Okay. Internet, you need to have your own home on the internet, because the internet has a domain name, which is your unique identifier. Your unique identifier. And then it also has tracking software. Okay. Tracking software. Now remember, I told you there are 4 different stages in which a customer takes decisions, and across these 4 stages you need to have 100% control. Yeah, so that they don't suddenly think about Mamaji's son's father-in-law, go and sign up with them. So to do all of that, you need to have some tracking software. Most good tracking software in the world today is free. Most good tracking software in the world today is free. However, you need a place to house it. That's why you need the landing page software or your own website or whatever. Okay, so you need to have your own unique identifying domain name. You need to have your own tracking software. Very simple. This is not, I'm not a geek. By the way, I have not set any of this myself. I got somebody else to do it for me, and now we do it as an agency for our clients, whether it's a corporate or individuals. Don't worry about this. For little to no money, we can set this up for you in 5 to 6 days. Okay. The third thing is you need to have a very simple system that is trustworthy, that collects money from your customers in a trustworthy fashion. So even if at the last minute of paying you, the customer has a problem, they have a trust issue, they know they're dealing with the right person. And what we recommend is you should have an InstaMojo store. It's free to set up. Once again, I'm giving you all the free tips. InstaMojo store, free to set up. Okay, all you need to do is connect your account and everything, do the KYC. It takes 2 to 3 days to set up a good InstaMojo store, where what do you house in there? You don't house your multi-level marketing, you don't house your affiliate marketing, you do nothing of the sort. Okay, the business house should have its own products. The business house should have its own products. And these products could be advisory products, they could be consulting products, they could be hard products, which is if you already own a small business, you could promote your small business products over here. But the main reason that you have this store is that when you see the customer, to whenever and you track the customer using this tracking software, every time you're in the process of just educating them about what you can do for them, how you can help them. Throughout this whole process, there needs to be one small transaction that the customer makes directly with you. There needs to be one small transaction that the customer needs to make with you, so that the trust is built. That's why the best products to promote over here could be advisory products. Buy my advice. I'll spend 2 or 3 hours with you live on Zoom call, solving your problems, answering your queries. For that, I will charge money. And then you can go and do business with anybody that you want. You can go do business with your Mamaji's son's father-in-law. However, because my advice is non-partisan, I charge some money for it. Okay? If that is fine with you, you do business. What that does is that it instantly cuts out 99% of the people you're going to waste your time with doing follow-up and yes sir, did you think about it, proposal, bhejo and all of that. None of that crap. Very simple. Do you want to do business with somebody who has a vested interest in earning commission from the rest of the business that you're going to give them throughout your life? Or do you want to pay once to get the right advice and then go do business with whoever you want? Real estate brokers. You can tell your customers, do you want to make a mistake with 2 crores of property? Or do you want to pay 2,000 rupees to me for giving you the absolute right advice, after which, if you still want to buy the 2 crore rupee property from somebody else, you're more than welcome to do that. At least you will know that the advice I give you is of zero agenda whatsoever, because I charge upfront for my advice. Very simple. Yeah, very simple. Okay, we have a program in the Startup Launch program which is called the Autopilot, where we actually, you can copy paste our entire scripts. You can copy paste the advice that you are supposed to give to your customers as a real estate broker. If you're a financial product selling person, LIC, there is a program that we have inside our academy where you can literally copy paste this stuff. You can just download it, put your name and face on it, and say, this is my advisory, this is a booklet, this is a CD, and if you listen to it, you will be guaranteed that this is the best advice in the industry. Once the customer hears it and they paid good money for it, the trust is built because they paid you money and they got good advice in return. The biggest reason why people in multi-level marketing and affiliate marketing, prospects, you can give prospects the best thing ever, the best service ever, and they will still not trust you, because nobody gives value without charging for it. Everybody knows that today. All of us in India, our brains have evolved to understand that there is no free lunch, which means this guy is going on giving me value, going on giving me value without asking for it, going on giving me value without asking for it. There has to be some hidden element, and unless I understand those hidden elements, I'm not going to do business with you. So what they think is, what most prospects are thinking is, how much money do you stand to make from this, and how can I cut you out? That is what every prospect in India is thinking. Instead of that, have your own business house that you control. You have a label that you control, you have a small product that you control, and you charge 100% of the profit from that product. You say, if you pay me 2,000 rupees, I'll make 2,000 rupees, but I'll make sure you don't make a mistake with 2 crore rupees. After that, if you want to go out and do business with anybody else, I have no problem, because I'm getting paid for my advice. Which one would you rather have? Free advice that has a hidden element within it, or paid advice that has no hidden element with it? Which one would you buy? Would you rather make a mistake with 2,000 rupees, or would you rather make a mistake with 2 lakh rupees? Yeah, or 2 crore rupees. What are they going to do, man? What are they going to do? Now this instantly cuts out 99% of the time wasters, and it brings you to 1% of the people who are very serious. 1% of the people who are very, very serious. Yeah, so that's how you run your business house. We help you to build all of this stuff. We have, if you decide to get into the Startup Launch program, at this point, if you're a budding affiliate marketer who has done your share of blogging, YouTubing, and you realize it's not really sustainable and working. If you're a multi-level marketer who's built their team and you realize that the next level is very, very difficult to attain, because all of these people is very difficult to control the thought process, very difficult to keep them all in a straight line. If you're the kind of multi-level marketing leader who's investing and wasting a lot of their time in providing phone service and WhatsApp service to your downlines, who probably don't even respect your advice, and they still go out and do whatever they want to do, right? If you're sick and tired of that, if you're a financial product seller who's sick and tired of running around in the sun and the rain and meeting prospects who are obviously not interested, who are going to keep wasting your time and still not buy for little commission, 20-30% commission, that's not enough. Okay, you need to make 100% commission from your own products. If you're a real estate broker who's sick and tired of being a real estate broker, you want to have a layer of products that's sift and sort through your customers, yeah, and get you only the creme de la creme. Okay, even if they don't do business with you, it's always fun to sit in front of a serious customer, even if they don't do business with you, because they enrich your life. Yeah, instead of a crowd of bunch of time wasters and tire kickers. If you'd like to know how this model works, then we have a webinar happening very soon, and you can sign up for this webinar. It's called startupfrat.club/webinar. Okay, it's called startupfrat.club/webinar. Okay, now we run surveys during the webinar, and mostly 60 to 65% of the people in these webinars are primarily multi-level marketing and affiliate marketing guys. So in this particular webinar, I spend less time focusing on the financial products aspect and the real estate aspect of it. However, if you're smart, you will understand the information. If at the end of that information you're like, but how will this work for me? Then chances are you just wasted your time and there is no answer to that question. How will this work for me? You'll get enough information to understand how this works for different verticals, and I give you enough examples and case studies to show how this has worked for LIC agents, how this has worked for financial product sellers, how this has worked for real estate brokers, etc. Right? So in our community we have Crorepati who was able to sell 3 3+ crores of real estate using just some of the techniques that we teach, in these webinars or in the Startup Launch program, which is our paid service. Okay, so with that, I will let you go from this video, and what I would love for you guys to do is just put in your comments below what you gained or what you learned from this particular video, and I'll be sure to answer your comments personally. Okay, look forward to seeing you. Bye bye.